the high-octane world of NASCAR, and the intriguing interview with racing star Kyle Larson. Kyle spills the beans on his thrilling experience at Michigan International Speedway in this exclusive interview. He reveals the dynamic strategies that powered him through the race, from mastering the art of drafting to building smart alliances on the track. Want to know what strategies he used? Then, join us on NASCAR Zone as we buckle up for a debate that will have you on the edge of your seat as we unearth the secrets behind Larson's speed and elegance. But before we dive into that, do subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Forcefully subdued by the capricious whims of Mother Nature, the Firekeepers Casino 400 Cup Series race found itself curtailed by rain, an unforeseen adversary. Emerging from the weather-induced trials and captivating the NASCAR community with its resumption on Monday, the race unveiled a shining star in RFK Racing's remarkable driver, Chris Buescher. As the cars thundered down Michigan's victory lane, Buescher clinched his second consecutive victory of the 2023 season, adding another layer of excitement to the ongoing NASCAR saga. Within the context of the Michigan International Speedway's expansive 2-mile oval, it was the Joe Gibbs Racing and RFK Racing drivers who claimed the lion's share of accolades. However, lurking behind this dominant performance was Hendrick Motorsports, navigating a somewhat uneven trajectory. Preventing the tarnishing of HMS's reputation as a prominent point scorer, Kyle Larson, a standout talent in Rick Hendrick's stable, emerged as a beacon of hope. By completing the demanding 200-lap ordeal of the Michigan race, Larson assumed the role of a salvager for the team's aspirations. The term bittersweet encapsulates the narrative of Hendrick Motorsports' 2023 season aptly. Amidst the challenges and tribulations that shrouded Chase Elliott and Alex Bowman from the inception of the season, their compatriot at HMS, William Byron, orchestrated a triumphant symphony. Byron's string of victories reverberated through the racing community, propelling him to a commendable points lead that sustained for a substantial portion of the season. Yet, the unfolding drama at Michigan introduced an unforeseen twist that reverberated with disappointment for Rick Hendrick's racing empire. As the Firekeepers Casino 400 race kicked off with a delay of 1 hour and 43 minutes beyond its initially slated time, it set the stage for a dramatic encounter with fate. The race, intended to unfold on Sunday, bore witness to the unfortunate demise of 4 contenders as circumstances dictated. Out of the Hendrick Motorsports stable, it was Larson behind the wheel of the number 5 Chevrolet who managed to cross the finish line, demonstrating a commendable performance. In stark contrast, the remaining trio of HMS drivers faced adversity, with their races coming to an untimely end due to crashes. Both Chase Elliott and William Byron were forced to exit the competition during Stage 1, while Alex Bowman encountered damage to his number 48 car, ultimately affecting his race on Monday. Interestingly, Larson's involvement in the crash that impacted Bowman's race was an unforeseen twist. The driver of the number 5 Chevrolet suspected that his vehicle suffered damage following contact with Chase Briscoe's number 14 Ford. Reflecting on the race, Larson conveyed his positive sentiments, asserting,
"Yeah, I mean, we thankfully didn't get caught up in that wreck more than I guess we did. I felt a little bit slower after that. I felt like we were, a great car, compared to the 19 throughout yesterday, and then up until then. And then after that, I just didn't feel like super fast on speed, and our balance would kind of go away in the longer run. But Cliff and everybody on the 5 team did a great job with the pit strategy as always, and we were able to leapfrog some guys when the green flag stops and come away with the top 5. So happy with that. Good points day all around. Need that. So yeah, move on to some road course series. See what we got. But all in all, happy about the day, and head off to Iowa now and go race sprint car tonight.
While Larson himself secured an impressive top 5 finish, the journey to the checkered flag was abruptly cut short for 2 of his teammates. This unfortunate turn of events, resulting in did not finish statuses at Michigan, has placed Chase Elliott and Alex Bowman in a precarious position, driving home the urgency for a victory to secure their positions in the upcoming playoffs. In the midst of his own success, Larson expressed genuine empathy for his colleagues,
And then I feel like, we have had really good speed, just have had some unfortunate results. And then, Alex and Chase, they've had their injuries and stuff throughout the year. So that's hard it takes time to kind of get your mojo back after that and get back into rhythm. So I think you're seeing here the last few weeks, your Chase is having better weekends start to finish, which is good. And Alex as well has had some better speed here as of late. So I feel like our teams have been in a good spot. Just, due to the injuries has been, as a whole organization, it probably doesn't look like we're as good as we typically are.
As the playoff cutoff looms, both Bauman and Elliott find themselves trailing, with respective deficits of 44 and 55 points. With merely 3 races left before the onset of the playoff season, the pressure to secure the necessary victories intensifies for these drivers. Another prominent figure within Hendrick Motorsports, William Byron, experienced a forgettable outing at Michigan. Martin Truex Jr. and Denny Hamlin assert their dominance by occupying the leading 2 positions. Remarkably, the driver of the number 24 car, William Byron, finds himself trailing the leader by a notable 96 points, despite boasting a higher tally of wins. This underlines the intriguing complexities of the season and the multifaceted strategies at play. Kyle Larson further discussed recent race viewership and scheduling dynamics, expressing his excitement for increased viewing.
Our viewership's been really good every race. It was just down compared to some others, which I thought Poconno would have been probably one of our highest viewed races, but it was our event that got done the earliest, so I didn't know if that factored in. I know I had a couple friends that were like, man, I went to turn it on to catch the feature and you guys are doing your Victory Lane interviews, so I think though if people, like I mentioned on there, if people get used to it, used to us finishing early, then I think they'll be more prepared or know that they need to turn it on earlier than they might think.
What are your opinions on Larson's comments? Tell us know in the comments section below. And be sure to hit the bell button and subscribe to our channel to get the latest updates. Larson also shared his enthusiasm for the forthcoming return to Watkins Glen, a track he is eager to attend.
You've won the last 2 races at Watkins Glen. How do you feel going back to that track?
Yeah, I'm excited to get back to it. I thought in the dry conditions last year, Chase and I were quite a bit better than the next best, so I'm sure that gap will narrow some, but I hope it doesn't, and go there next week and are just as fast as we were last year, if not better.
He provided a nuanced view of NASCAR's latest revisions to restart zones.
And are you encouraged by them changing the restart zone at Indy?
Yeah, I think so. I would love to have it single file restart, but I think moving it to there will help. It will help, but there will still be dive bombs into one, but maybe it won't be the whole field.
According to him, the complexities and challenges that such a quick shift could create, while reflecting on the situation in which Josh Berry stepped in to replace Noah Gragson with little notice.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been in his situation. Josh's in a stock car. There's been plenty of dirt races where I'm like, oh, we're gonna go run this track, earlier that day. Where I think it'd be quite a bit different when you're trying to, your mindset's fully focused on Xfinity, and then you get the call to run a Cup car the next day, and you got to make yourself fit in this guy's seat and insert and pedal position, all that. So I would assume that's really tough, but Josh has got experience with it, so no better guy to call up than him.
Larson also credited the Hendrick engines, recognizing their significance in his success.
I think PowerEyes, would translate some. I felt really good about our power at Pocono, so definitely a huge shout out to the Hendrick engine department. I felt really good there, but it's still different kind of configuration and all that, and the racetrack itself is obviously way different. So it seems like the field this week is much more similar than we all were at Pocono.
He discussed the Indianapolis 500 and his thoughts on racing against a diverse field of competitors, including Shane Van Gisbergen.
Yeah, I think it's great. I look forward to the opportunity. I think it's exciting to get to race with guys of different backgrounds and all that. So I think not only just to see how you stack up, but to see where they are better and the things that they do behind the wheel, because we have data to see how you can become better. So, and vice versa. I mean, I'm sure I'm sure if they're off the pace, they can look at our stuff and what we do behind the wheel and appreciate it and learn from it as well. So yeah, it'd be a lot of fun, and all of those guys are in great cars, so they'll be really fast.
That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to see more of our videos on NASCAR updates. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.